Probably the most popular thing you guys are playing right now in Madden Ultimate Team is a defensive line that kind of looks like this. You got Warren Sapp, Justin Madubuike, aka Matabeast, and George Karlaftis, all with these pass rush X factors that start on, and some of them Warren Sapp, George Karlaftis on the entire game. Now today I'm going to be giving you guys a strategy on how to deal with these. That one I think is really fun, and two just absolutely destroys the meta on defense. One of the big things for me is having Doug Williams as the quarterback, and it's specifically using this ability right here, roaming Deadeye. Now I'm going to be going over how to use roaming Deadeye, why we're using roaming Deadeye as well today, and I'm going to be showcasing this versus a lot of meta defenses in the game, including the $A gap blitz, 6-1, just a regular like 4-down lineman set like big nickel over G. And the offensive playbook that I'm going to be in, I'm going to be in the Colts offense. Now if you guys do enjoy this video, you want even more plays out of the Colts offense, some that include drop back passing, red zone, and a really nice audible around, consider becoming a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber. You guys can become members to either this channel or my main YouTube channel. You guys should get a link to a full access strategy guide in the community tab. Also, again, check the links in the description. You can become a Twitch subscriber, then join the Discord, and you should be given roles where, again, you can see this full strategy guide. But with that being said, let's get into practice mode and show what I'm talking about. Now, I'm also going to be basing this bunch offset right here. And two of my favorite plays to do this in is this curl flat play, but also double post right here. And we can get a little bit wild with what we can throw again with roaming Deadeye. Now, the first defense we're going to go up against is this $A gap blitz. So we're going to go ahead and press, pinch our defensive line, and set it up how a lot of people would, just putting this defender right here in a curl and have a user hover right here. Now, a lot of people, what they do to counter this is just slide to the right, and this should do a good job of picking up the A gap, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that right here. But the thing is, we have three defensive line X factors, and right there, yeah, sure, they didn't insta shed, right? But again, it just gets tough where, okay, we have to slide right, but also we're basically one-on-one with all these pass rush X factors. That's what we'll try to show right here, and see. So even though you have the right pass pro for the blitz, it doesn't mean that you're going to pick it up every single time. So what we're going to go ahead and do to deal with this, again, this is why we have roaming Deadeye. Now, instead of sliding to the right here, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a play that, again, a lot of people run this FS zone blitz just like this, and they put their controller down. So what we're going to go ahead and do is try to bomb or one play their cover three by simply streaking the point man and double post right here, and then double teaming the side you want to roll out to edge defender. And we're going to go ahead and roll out to the right here. Again, we don't even need to block that A gap blitz because, again, we're going to go ahead and roll out right here, and we can possession that, or we can rack that for a potential one play. I'm going to be going over exactly how I'm using roaming Deadeye right here. So the big thing about roaming Deadeye, which I get a ton of questions, why roaming over dashing Deadeye? Well, here's the thing. So when you're rolling out, right, I have set feet lead and roaming Deadeye. When you're rolling out with set feet lead, the thing about, like, a lot of people talk about set feet lead versus pass lead to lead as well. They are the same exact ability. All you have to do when you're using set feet lead is let go of sprint. Now, I'm not necessarily like letting go of sprint and making my feet set, but it's like a thing in the game where right along here, I just take my finger off the sprint button, and then I just, again, like lead it right here to MVS. And it registers both roaming Deadeye and set feet lead. Now, let's say, for instance, I'm running dashing Deadeye. Well, I have to keep sprinting for dashing Deadeye to work. So you kind of understand what I'm saying with that. I'm getting both roaming Deadeye and set feet lead to activate. But say, for instance, I ran set feet lead, dashing Deadeye, it'd be like I have to choose between the two, or pass lead elite and roaming Deadeye. Again, I'd have to choose between the two. So that's why I'm doing it like that. You can one play this, what's called FS zone blitz. Now let's go over potential counters you could play. Some people might set up their defense like this. It's not really too common, but say for instance you play something like this where they're cover twoing the non-bunch side, and we're gonna go ahead and run it this time right here. And what you're gonna notice is, oh, I actually set up the play wrong, but we can still somewhat like hit that as well, the double post route in the middle of the field. It's still what their user has to do. Now, what I also like to do, this is a little bit of a wild play as well. Now, this is one of the wild things I like to do, but sometimes if you get enough time, sometimes you can just like blindly throw that to your tight end right there, especially if you know they're in hard flats. Like I said, roaming Deadeye, you can make some wild ass throws with that. What are potential counters that you could play when you're running the gun bunch? Now again, this A gap type of blitz, they can go ahead and potentially send this dude off the left right here. This is what some people do, and then either, again, like cover what's called cover to the backside, or even like whatever. So when they're doing something like this and they're just basically blitzing off the right side, guess what we're gonna do now? We're gonna roll out to the right. So that's where a play like curl flat comes into play, where now we can go ahead and potentially fade B right here, corner route our tight end, block our running back, and on the backside you can either drag or smart route and route right here, or also what you could do too is you could put your running back on a flat as well. It's really up to you. We'll go ahead and show it. We'll run this type of play right here, and what you're gonna notice is, right, the right side, sure, it might come in free, but we're already out the left side and we can go ahead and have a easy throw right there. And even if they run a style of defense where it's like they back this dude up and then like run basically a Mabel style of coverage right here, we're going to have, and like they rotate like this, we're going to have something open right here, right? Because a lot of times it's 30 and 5s. Well, guess what? 30 and 5s is not going to guard this play right here. It just will not guard this play. So this time right here, I actually didn't even set up it right, but like right there, you'll go ahead and see we have Jerry Rice right there on the what's called on, like gets over like stock clouds. Also will get over potentially 30s as well in a deep half type of look. Yeah, that was just kind of like an example thing. I did not have zone drop set. We'll show zone drops versus the 6-1, of course. But yeah, so that's pretty much how I like to deal with the dollar A gap blitz. Now there is a counter in dollar that's actually pretty good and can keep you on your toes a little bit, but we're going to show the double post bomb one more time. Again, I just don't want to deal with these unstoppable forces, so I just roll out, sprint, let go of sprint, and then MVS could potentially get out of there for basically a one-play touchdown. I know it's not necessarily a one-play touchdown, but you could do it. Now, what's the counter to this in dollar? Well, it's a blitz kind of like, not really like spinner, but say they're running DB fire, and I'll just like hot route DB fire real quick. It's like the 5-man blitz in dollar like this. Now, when they do something like this though, okay, so we're going to go ahead and double team this guy to do the same thing. What you're going to notice is you see the slot CB obviously comes in and that contains us. Now, why is that okay though? Why is that okay? Because guess what? They start to do that, we can go in our other plays, right? And again, they like start to 5-man us. We now dictate like, okay, they have to send 5 if they want to stop that. So we can go ahead and run a play like verts. And they really like, based on this defense right here, what are they going to do to stop verts? They literally just don't have enough help, because even if they play a yellow zone over the middle of the field, the user either has to fully commit to a CMC, or on the other side, you have to commit to what's called pits or the post. So that's why I just think like this play right here is just so valuable. Again, right there, I mean, again, we could hit the running back or we could hit the tight end seam wheel. Again, make them send 5, make them do that. So that's how I like to deal with dollar in the A gap. Also, you have some runs in this playbook you could run as well. Now we're gonna go ahead and talk about the 4-3 even 6-1, and this is one of the more popular things you will play. 30 and 5s right here. Again, a lot of people run it baselined, and we're gonna go ahead and go in the cover 4 quarters. And again, we're gonna come out and double post. This time we're going to back everyone up, and we're just going to run like a lot of the shell that you would see. Again, user right here would be like hovering like this. Now first to 6-1, you can go ahead and almost run any play, and again, just roll out, just double team this left of screen defender right here, roll out, and you have a lane. Now if the user does not go with the MVS, you can throw that. Now that is not necessarily something that I always love to hit. Something else that's really good on this play though too is if you want to go ahead and wheel your running back, you can go ahead and potentially have this what's called this C route right here, especially if they're backed up 30s. We're going to go ahead and show that this time right here. Again, we're going to go ahead and get out, and we're going to go ahead and pass lead this down. That's first like a mid zone or whatever. Gets in a really good spot against a backed up 30-yard zone. Now, besides that, again, though, we have the play curl flat that you can run to the short or the wide side of the field. And again, we're going to go ahead and set it up the same exact way right here. And we're going to go ahead and pinch the defensive line. We're going to go ahead and back off a 30 this time. We're going to shade up so the curl flat doesn't like dump out and go to the middle of the field. We're going to show this time right here, and we're going to go ahead and get out the pocket. What you're going to notice is Kyle Pitts on the run, bang, even first a mid zone. Pretty good. That play is a little bit better to the wide side of the field, especially versus 6-1 as well. We'll go ahead and show that this time right here. And this time we're also not going to back up the 30-yard zone because of the fact that some people get lazy and they don't do that. When they don't back up the 30-yard zone, guess what? Jerry Rice right here is going to get over that 30-yard flat, and we're going to go ahead and have that on the sideline. Bang, easy throw. And it makes running 6-1 really, really tough. Now, the counter to this in 6-1, right? A lot of times they'll run like a Sam Will blitz type of look. They'll send 6, they'll send everyone, even the coach at you. And we're going to go ahead and try to run that curl flat play once again right here. Same exact setup or whatever. Try to double team this guy right here. And what you're going to notice is sometimes you can still get out. Of course, sometimes you can. But here's the thing, right? You can make life a lot easier versus 6-1 if they start to send 5 or 6 at you. And we're actually going to come out in a different play right here. We're going to go ahead and come out in a corner out dig. And again, you can run it short or wide side, but what we're actually going to do right here is we're going to block the tight end, streak the what's called the outside receiver. And then with CMC, you can put him on a wheel. You could like put him on like a curl over the middle field if they're running zone, something to get back to, or you could just block him and run it like this. And then we'll double team this outside guy right here. And now we're going to go ahead and try to get out to the pocket right here. And what you can hit a lot of times is that backside in route that is really, really good versus man coverage or versus zone coverage as well. So you have a little 3-man route if they're sending 6 at you. So I think 6-1 is actually, like, I pop confetti when I see 6-1 because I think it is so easy to run this offense first. And now really the final thing that you could really play in Ultimate Team is like a big nickel over G, nickel normal type of set. And when they're running something like this, like we'll just go in like cover 6 right here. I don't want match on or anything, but they could run the zone drops versus you as well. But versus like a big nickel over G, the big thing again is we're talking about how to roll out on it, right? So we're gonna go ahead and go up against what a lot of people do. Sometimes they don't even touch their controller. They just leave the defensive line how they are, stock rush lanes, and we're gonna go ahead and double team this time right here. You can see we can go ahead and get out, right? And again, so it's pretty much, you can treat it like 6-1 in that sense, where again, just see what they're doing on defense. Are they running zone drops? Are they guarding double posts? Now, what if they go ahead and pinch like this? I'm gonna be on the non-X factor defensive lineman, and we're gonna go ahead and do the same exact thing right here. You're gonna see, like, obviously when they pinch, makes life a lot easier. Bang, bang. So if they pinch, that's good. Now we're gonna go over a couple things that we haven't covered so far. What if they contain, right? Obviously containing, you think it's gonna go ahead and stop it. So we're gonna go ahead and contain right here, stock rush lanes, and we're gonna go ahead and streak our point man right here. Contain right there. Did a decent job. Now, here's the thing about contains though, right? They don't always stop it. And also you can be a little bit disciplined when you're doing this as well. What I mean by that is, right, so we're gonna go ahead and just like wait a second, wait for him to get engaged, then roll out. And then it makes life a lot easier once again. Even if he somehow catches up to us on the sideline, we can still go ahead and completely get a great throw. Now, also show while rolling out to the strong side of the formation, to the right side right here. Again, stock rush lanes and contains this time. That was a contain. It might not have looked like it, but I promise you I did contain. So you can do it to either side of the formation versus. Now, again, right here, we're going to go ahead and pinch and contain just to show you guys, like, again, like stuff they could potentially do. We're going to go ahead and double team right here, and we're going to go ahead and get out the pocket. Obviously, pinching made life a lot easier. Again, the top forces really didn't do anything. Now, what if they spread? We'll go ahead and just show spread, just like base rush lanes real quick. Also, when they spread like this, running the ball becomes a lot easier. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and show that. So base rush lanes, again, wait for him to get engaged. That's one of the biggest things I think too. Just, you don't necessarily have to just instantly roll out. The angle we're taking, right? So the angle I'm taking right here, do you see I'm not going like instantly, like just like bang, like here. I'm kind of going back a little bit and then to the outside. It's kind of like a banana shape almost. Yeah, and then right here, we're gonna go ahead and spread and QB contain. And we're gonna go ahead and do the same exact thing right here. We're gonna double team Karlaftis, and we're gonna go ahead and wait for him to get engaged and roll out right here. And even with the dude in our face, bang, we can go ahead and hit that. Again, right here, what we're going to do is last time we're going to go ahead and spread, contain, and we're going to roll out to the right here with curl flat or double corner play. And we're going to go ahead and double team this right of screen defender. And we're going to go ahead and wait for him to get engaged, roll out right here. And even with the defensive tackle in our face, we can still go ahead and hit that. Now, obviously they can put coverage behind it to take away some of the plays, but the big thing, or the main thing I want you guys to get away with this is you don't necessarily have to stay in the pocket versus this defense, right? Like you just don't have to. And honestly, if you do, you're kind of playing at a disadvantage. You're kind of doing what the defense wants you to do instead of you dictating how he has to play. So yeah, boys, I just wanted to go over this video because I've been running this a lot on stream and I've gotten a ton of questions like, how do I do it? Can you explain how to use roaming Deadeye? Can you do all these different things? And I was like, okay, sure. And really, I don't think it's that complicated. I just think a lot of people, either they don't like go with sprint or they're not double teaming. I don't really know. But yeah, boys, this is currently how I'm dealing with the Unstoppable Force meta and Madden 24 Ultimate Team, man. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully I gave you maybe something you can incorporate into your offense. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video though, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys do want even more content, one, I do have a main channel that focuses more on Ultimate Team, but a lot more gameplay action, especially with the new cards. If you guys do want to see that, again, link down below in the description. If you guys want to watch me stream on Twitch though, again, links down below in the description. Hit that with a follow. If you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.